Matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
So here's Miami's starting group. Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low. Okongwu with a screen on Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Johnson finds LeVert. Driving in. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
Burks dishes to Ware. There's a good screen. Hero passes to Ware. And that one drops for him.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, earlier I spoke to Quinn Snyder. They were raving about an opposing player, in this case, Andrew Wiggins. Coach said, I have tons of respect for Wiggins. 100% effort on both ends. Andrew can beat you scoring it, but he can also be a shutdown defender. High praise for Wiggins, the former first overall pick. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Well, Brent, since entering the NBA, Tyler Hero has been a constant scoring threat.
Yeah, Kevin, the scoring for Tyler Hero is always going to be there. He is a bucket, but the defensive improvement and really just the physicality that he needs to play with. Those are areas that Tyler can shore up a little bit to make sure he's on the floor for some of the biggest moments of a season.
From downtown, rebound by the Heat.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Daniels kicks to LeVert. Johnson in the corner. It's stolen by Adebayo. Hero on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. Pass to Adebayo. And Adebayo throws it down.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
Here's Daniels. He's covered by Hero. Back to Daniels. There's the screen. Shot clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Burks. Drills the three-pointer.
So that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And the shot goes down.
Oh, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Outside, Hero. Driving to the basket.
In the flash, Tyler Hero makes his way to the inside. Nice use of his athleticism.
Johnson surveying the floor. Pass to Daniels. 1:15 left in the first quarter. For 3. And Ware pulls it down. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Adebayo down low. Wiggins outside. Johnson with the block. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Four on the clock. Here's Burks. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Here's LeVert. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Wiggins. Here he goes. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Johnson left side. LeVert up top. Takes a three. That shot off. Now Hero finished off the break. 9 points for Tyler Hero.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride, so full speed.
He made it! He gets it to go! Wow!
Ringing the bell.
Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for Miami. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Miami?
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Larry Nance. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then it's Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Anderson finds Jaquez. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street named after him.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Outside for Robinson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. In the second quarter, held scoreless. Trains the three-pointer.
Difficult to try to stick with Trae Young, especially when he's rising up there.
Outside for Robinson. Mitchell passes to Anderson. Now Jaquez. From past the arc. Mans with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 5. Pass to Capella. Young outside. Niang in the corner. Another shot. Capella with the bucket.
And that work was done early as Capella just fought for his position down low.
Mitchell against Young. And there's the foul. It'll go on Terrence Mann. That is his first foul of the game. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Anderson right side. Pass to Robinson. Back to Jaquez. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, Mitchell. Good on the three-point shot. Mitchell's got 7 points here in this quarter. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Jaquez outside. Back to Mitchell. Heat moving the ball around. Robinson misses. The Hawks trail by 3. Here's Young. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
The Heat have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Launches a 3. Jaquez with the bucket. Jaquez has got 5 points so far.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Young taking his time here. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Heat leading by 4. And here is Mitchell. He's got 7. Robinson for 3. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Love against Nance. And here's Young from the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. And that's 11 points for Trae Young. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mitchell dishes to Love. And the dunk by Love.
Although Love plays with a lot of finesse, I love seeing him throw it down like that, showing how he can still elevate with the best of them.
Young against Mitchell. Young outside. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Young's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Yeah, there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Tyler Hero. Adebayo is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the center, filling out the middle.
Ricochet has everything you need to be a great mid-range shooter. He stays on balance, can rise above defenders, and has that high release point. He's got the total package.
Buries the long-range jumper.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 Conference Finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck and middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. They have not overcome that.
Burks kicks to Wiggins. Got a hand on it.
Team first.
.90 seconds now into the second half. Daniels, no good. The Heat leading by 4. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. And I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. Wiggins finds Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. Clock at 6. The Heat need to get a shot off. On the wing, Wiggins. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Daniels. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Daniels has got 7 points in the game.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Going inside. The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Hero on the wing. He's covered by Daniels. Hero on the wing. He's got 11. Back to Burks. The 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Burks has got the lead up to 9 now for the Heat.
Hero knowing about the whens and the wheres for an assist.
And they recover it. And Daniels now top of the key. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. 1:49 left to play in the third. Oh, Nance in position. Jaquez with the steal. He takes it in, and he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Mitchell wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Drills it from outside.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
The Hawks trail by 8. With the drive.
They've worked hard to get this lead. Can't start giving up easy slams all of a sudden.
Yeah, GA, that's right. And that was easy. Gift wrap for him.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Back to Love. Ripped away. Young with no one around. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And he's just living out beyond the arc right now. What a weapon to have on the floor.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
Here's Atlanta now. It's been 8 unanswered points for him. And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
There's some steely moments that come from Trae Young. And I'll tell you what, the defense is getting under his skin. He rarely shows that.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Karis LeVert is out there with Daniels. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Back to Burks. Shot clock at 5. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Daniels passes to LeVert. Here's Reza Shea. Wiggins with the block.
Oh, my, Wiggins saying, no, no.
Drives to the hoop. Pass to Adebayo. Outside, Hero. No good from outside. The Hawks leading. Here's Reza Shea. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Hero. Burks in the corner. Takes it inside. Neither team here in the fourth generating a lot of separation.
Yeah, it's been a close one. 5 times the lead has switched hands thus far.
Pass to Okongwu. Offline with his 3. And it's Wiggins with the ball for Miami. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And Wiggins showing a bit of strength, even with that frame of his, able to take the punishment and still get the score.
And Brent, if the super team era is indeed coming to a close, the Miami Heat are one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. So much of transition is just running hard and getting to the spot Andrew Wiggins did at that time.
On the wing, Daniels. Basket good.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Outside, Hero. Pass to Adebayo. 5 on the clock. Tries it from 19. Rebound by the Hawks.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Daniels kicks to Johnson. That 3 off the mark. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And Wiggins committed to help the team out offensively. Big shot.
Here's Okongwu. Oh, good with the triple. The Heat leading by 4. Right side, Hero. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And Tyler's got to love that when he has a chance to rise up.
A wide open look here for Okongwu. And he nails that one right through the net.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Wiggins passes to Hero. Wiggins in the post. He's covered by Daniels.
Wiggins getting the space and then does not hesitate before firing that one.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
And LeVert with that slashing approach coupled with the outside shot. Boy, he is not an easy cover.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
There's the pick. Here's Reese's money. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Here's Burks. LeVert grabs the miss. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Daniels. Can't tie it up as that one misses. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Now, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
That's a smart move.
And the defense.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been made.
officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Three-pointer, LeVert, unable to get that one. And so the big win by Miami in a tight game. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. teams. My attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Kate Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Duren in at the 5 down low. Knocks it loose. Oh, stolen by Harris. Now here's Hardaway. Defense right on him. Harris passes to Duren. Harris outside. And a fast break now for the Hawks. The shot by LeVert, no good. Pass to Cunningham. Lets the 3 fly. The rebound by Atlanta.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
It's Daniels with a drive. And the layup is good off the glass.
Tons of first-step quickness from Daniels.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle. And that's what they want to do. Get them open looks early.
Here's Daniels. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Daniels has got 5.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Here's Cunningham. Oh, great finish as he gets bumped on his way up. He'll go to the line to try to tack on one more. Here's Rizachet. He's watched by Cunningham. Cunningham with some nice D. Detroit has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Harris, the open shot by Thompson. Rebounded by Johnson. The Hawks have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. And stolen by Cunningham. Drives to the hoop. And he lays it up and in. 6 points for him.
Yeah, he's very quick on his feet. You can see it when Cunningham's moving through the defense on his drives.
Sinks the tray.
He's got a sweet stroke from long range. Plenty of bigs do now.
Cunningham, right side. Pass to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Cunningham seeing the floor oh so well in his young career.
Johnson finds LeVert. Here's Daniels. Fires for 3. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Cunningham outside. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Here's the pick. Okongwu with the rebound. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. And coach, with Okongwu adding a 3 to his game, it's hard to keep him off the floor now.
It is, Brian, and he can do a lot for a team when he plays. He can now spread out the floor. He can guard multiple positions. But the main thing Okongwu does is he is all over the glass.
The Hawks trailing. Outside Johnson. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. 1:11 left in the first. Cunningham on the wing. Harris a screen. Out to Thompson. 4 on the clock. Okongwu with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 4 for 4 so far from three-point land. Impressive. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Inside, Daniels really uses his agility, getting nimble to find himself a shot.
Atlanta shooting their first free throw in this game. And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. effort like that will always find minutes.
Duran. The rebound by the Hawks. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Johnson. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Here's Harris. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels.
From the high post. And it's Atlanta scoring again. 8 seconds left in the opening quarter. And here's Cunningham outside. Connects from downtown. Cunningham's got 9 points.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent score.
And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Hawks ahead, leading by just 2. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Yeah, I also like how they've immediately gotten out in transition. They came to run, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second. Isaiah Stewart out there with Paul Reed. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Jaden Ivey. And it's Waters in at the 3. And he gets the bucket.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
Ivey passes to Beasley. On the wing, Ivey. He's guarded by man. Out to Beasley. Fires from deep. Pistons keep it alive. Ivey finds Beasley. Here's Waters. Here's Ivey. Pass to Waiters. Beasley for 3. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks leading. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
He buries it from 3. Reed's got his first 3 points of the game.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivey finding the open man. Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
With the game on the line, Ice Trae is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
I love it. I mean, great ball movement by Ivey.
Lets a floater go. Capella can't get it to go.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Ivey passes to Waters. Up top, Stewart. Back to Ivey. Shot clock at 5. The Pistons need to get one up quick. Stewart, no good. And here's Capella. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Outside Young. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Detroit.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And Stan, after starting his NBA career playing at center, the 6'8" Isaiah Stewart, more often now a power forward.
Yeah, look, Brian, he's improved as a shooter. He still looks more like an old school big at the 4 spot, but he can step out and stretch the floor.
Count that one, Reed.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Young Young inside. Ivy defends. Young misses. The Pistons lead by 4. Lets it go. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim. Ivy's got his second basket.
Just finding room to go to work inside. Ivy really relies on his physical abilities to get a close-range shot.
Young from long range. Kept alive. Niang, left side. Back to Nance. To the wing, right side. Capella, the pass to Young. That is Trey's shot. The 3.
It's great to see Young working off the ball. He's got the skill set to flourish in that kind of action.
And the foul on Jaden Ivey. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
52 seconds left in the second period. Here's Young. And he was fouled while and they're not happy with the call here. Coach is given the...
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Beasley for 3. The rebound by Mann. Hawks trail by 3. Looking to get back on track. Young blitzing his way to a bucket.
It's amazing what Young can do out there offensively. He just reads the defense so well. If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you get...
And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
These personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the first one at the line is good.
And when you talk about Ivy, his explosiveness really stands out, especially when he's running the floor.
There's 10 seconds left in the second quarter. Young looking for an opening from downtown. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Detroit on top, up by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. The Pistons have had quite a few high lottery picks of late, Stan. However, they haven't had much success yet.
Well, Brian, you know, sometimes it takes a lot of time. Some teams will come together quicker. Some players and some teams need more time to develop. Detroit's just got to keep adding to what they have and continuing to develop the players that are already in their system.
And a great fan base in Detroit, starving for victories. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Quinn Snyder. Johnson, nice D from Thompson.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Okongwu, the pass to Daniels. Outside Johnson. LeVert up top. Takes the three. Nails it from three. LeVert's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Cunningham. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That one on Johnson. Stan, the top pick of the 2021 draft, Cade Cunningham. He's made major strides the last couple of years, but what have you seen from him?
Well, he's a big guard who can both score and create shots for his teammates. I think this guy is a winner.
Here's LeVert driving in, and that one is hammered home.
Really good passing wing. Ricochet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Thompson finds Hardaway. Cunningham, left side. The rebound by Atlanta.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Ricochet, defended by Thompson. For the tie. And the layup is good by Johnson. Johnson's got 7 points.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Cunningham showing the D, no mercy.
And no lack in concentration. Cunningham going to work.
Pass to Okongwu. Here's Ricochet for the lead. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. And count it. The shot is good, and he'll go to the line.
You have to admire Cunningham's concentration in these spots, refusing to let the defense overwhelm him.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. And a new group getting ready for the Pistons. Reed's checked in for Duran. Stewart comes in for Harris. Waters is checked in for Thompson. And Beasley has subbed in for Hardaway. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
And Detroit making a change here. Ivy's checked in. And it's Ivy penetrating. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
And he is a hard charger. Ivy only plays at full speed. A great burst on his drives.
Here's Niang. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
1:19 left in the third. Beasley outside. Launches a three. Gets the three to fall. And the Pistons lead by 3.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Young on the drive. And the layup falls. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
A nice shot by Ivy.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
Pass to Capella. Back to Young. Here's Niang. Capella in the high post. He's against Reed. Here's the three. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
Yeah, offensively, Capella's game is grabbing offensive boards. You have to put a body on him.
Ivy's shot is off. Atlanta's gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Young against Beasley. Right side Young. 6 on the shot clock. The Hawks need to get one up here. Nance. And he got the whistle on. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
Could have taken the lead there, but instead, they're going to have to settle for the tie.
Tie game in Atlanta. All right, we're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duren. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Thompson in at the 3.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
Johnson for 3. Counted from distance. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
Here's Cunningham. Ooh, assertive from Cunningham.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
LeVert with the ball. Now Thompson defending. LeVert passes to Okongwu. On the wing, Daniels. Picked up by Okongwu. Charity stripe shot. Detroit with a rebound. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the middle. Here's Harris. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Capable of playing both the 3 and 4 spots, Harris's versatility is his greatest strength.
And Harris drops them both.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Down low. Here's Rizichet. And here's LeVert for 3. Hits the trifecta.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Duren with a screen on Johnson. And again, no good by Detroit. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Back to Daniels. Okongwu, a screen on Cunningham. Pass to Okongwu. The 3 is up. And it's Harris with the rebound. And so it's Harris with it. He brings it up for Detroit. Here's Duren. He's off on that one. Good D by Okongwu. Atlanta's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. LeVert, that's good.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Harris passes to Cunningham. Johnson with the defensive effort. Atlanta's gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. Good on the bucket.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
The 3. And it's Cunningham missing.
And you know they were praying for that one to go down.
Yeah, they really wanted that bucket to go. You can't get discouraged, though.
Pass to LeVert. Now here's Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Outside Johnson. The 3-pointer off the mark.
finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And here's Cunningham. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Harris a screen. 5 on the clock. There's the three. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists in the game. Thompson with a steal. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. That gives them the lead. And the Pistons lead by 2. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, they've also done a great job of running, attacking when they get the chance. Always a great idea.
Thompson, the rebound by Atlanta. And here's a cover, and that's an intentional foul. Here's Rizachet. He's watched by Cunningham. Johnson on the wing. Money!
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
And you can tell Cunningham is a very determined player, refusing to give up on this situation.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's LeVert. Count it!
Easy to see why they trust LeVert's judgment. Impressive watching him getting it done in a big spot.
Duran in the high post. Duran with a screen on Johnson. Here's Harris. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Back to Harris. So it's a narrow victory for the Hawks. Pulling it up. Hard alley. Good stuff.
paper. This might seem like a potential blow, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Kate Cunningham, Duren out there with Thompson. Then there's Tobias Harris, and it's Hardaway in at the 2 spot. Here's Cunningham, and Cunningham with the slam.
And this is where Cade Cunningham showing his ability to get above the rim as a point guard. This makes him special.
On the wing, Wiggins. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Cunningham against Wiggins. Cunningham passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo! One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen for Burks. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That one on Harris.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Here is Cunningham. And there's another one for the Pistons.
And the defense better clue in to Cade Cunningham. I mean, this guy is an active and effective scorer.
Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
Yeah, the two areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too. And Cunningham looking confident down low, just understanding if he takes his time, he can get the job done.
Left side, Hero. Wiggins, a screen on Thompson. Hero passes to Wiggins. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Wiggins has got 5 points so far.
Well, intelligent play there by Hero. Upsets the defense and then hands it off for the assist.
Lets the three fly, and it's Tobias Harris with the three.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Burks looking around. Adebayo with a screen for Burks. Over to the wing. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Adebayo's got his second basket of the game. Wiggins against Cunningham. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
I love Cade Cunningham just playing this way, an electric player when he takes advantage.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Now, Hero. Pass to Burks. On the wing, Wiggins launches it. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. It's good from long range.
And Cade Cunningham has it going. He's playing with tremendous confidence.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. That's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Now here's Wiggins. Following the miss by Cade Cunningham. And Jalen Duren picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
1:03 left in the first quarter.
And for Bam, it doesn't get any easier than that.
Cunningham against Wiggins. Cunningham outside. Chipped away. Stolen by Hero. Wiggins passes to Adebayo. On the wing, Harris. They grab their own miss. Cunningham outside. With the floater, and it's blocked. And they're on the break. Here's Adebayo. Adebayo with a screen on Harris. Hero passes to Ware. Inside. Oh! And he jams it with authority. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
On the court for the Pistons. Reed out there with Isaiah Stewart. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then it's Ivy. And it's Waters in at the small forward position.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Jaquez left side. Love with the screen for Jaquez. And it's off from three-point range. The Pistons lead it. Fires the three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Ivy's got his first 3 points of the game.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. And the Pistons with possession here. They lead by 4. Beasley, the pass to Reed, and the dunk by Reed.
Not getting old here, seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Robinson on the wing. Anderson with the screen for Robinson. Back to Jaquez. To halt the run. And it's Reed pulling it down. Pistons leading by 6. Ivy passes to Stewart. Anderson with the block.
Good intensity on defense. Kyle Anderson using length that time and timing it well to get the rejection.
It's deflected. Ivy against Jaquez. Kicks it out to Beasley. Pass to Waters. Beyond the arc. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Love the pass to Mitchell. Back to Love. Robinson on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it.
No, sir. Stewart not letting that one go.
Detroit's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Robinson on the wing. To end the drought, Jaquez with the bucket. Jaquez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Pretty much no one's going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
On its way from Beasley for two. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Jaquez with the bucket.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Waters passes to Beasley. 1:05 left in the second quarter. And he lays it straight in. Beasley's got 6.
Well, for a guy who does a lot of his work on the perimeter, Beasley gets into the painted area.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Ivy kicks to Beasley. To the paint, here's Reed, and the dunk by Reed.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. That one misses. Pistons leading by 7. Here's Ivy, and the layup's good off the glass. He's got 7.
He's a big combo guard, and Ivy plays with no fear in there.
Jaquez the pass to Love. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Anderson can't get it to go. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Pass to Waters. Now Ivy. Beasley with a screen on Mitchell. Here's Ivy. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so is Detroit. Ahead by 9 is the quarter. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
They've got Wiggins. Hero out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in its center. That's the group in the game for the Heat. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That's foul number 2 for him. Cunningham outside. Out to Thompson. Outside Hardaway. Thompson sets the pick for Hardaway. Pass to Cunningham. 5 to shoot. That drops and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists in the game. The Heat trail by 9. Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their game.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, it's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
The Heat have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group. It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Kicks it out to Hero. Pass to Ware. Fires from deep. Rebounded by Hardaway. Pistons leading by 8. Harris outside. Now here's Duran. 16 feet away. Harris's shot is off.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Hardaway with a wide open look. Pistons passing it around. Burks with the steal. Right side Hero. Uncovered. And he connects with the jumper. Hero's got 4 this quarter.
Well, the catch and shoot is where Tyler Hero excels.
Here's Cunningham driving the lane. Good again. He's on tonight. 9 for 13 shooting.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And now it's a 10-point Detroit lead. Miami's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. It's Hero with the drive. Can't cash in from close range. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Detroit. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Stolen by Hero. Makes it off the glass. Hero's got 6.
And you love it when you get out and just get an easy 2 like Tyler was able to do there.
Here's Cunningham. Chalk up 2 there. Cunningham's got the lead. Back up to 10 now for Detroit.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness in them.
Burks' shot is good.
That's pretty much not how they really defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Hardaway is screen on Burks. Harris inside the line. The kick out to Cunningham. Into the lane, and it's good for 2. Cunningham's got 26 points.
Ignoring the defense and cutting to get the shot. That's a great play from Cade.
The Heat trail by 9, and we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. Love kicks to Mitchell. Back to Love. Count that one. Love's got his first points in this one.
Well, using some of that size and strength inside to gain advantage was Kevin Love that time.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. There's 39 seconds left to play in the third. Reed a screen on Robinson. Here's Beasley. And that's collected by Love. Love's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Pistons leading by 7.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Well, the work ethic from Ivy is something that has gone unquestioned in his young career.
The Heat have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Outside for Robinson. Jaquez with the screen on Ivy. Jaquez outside. Stewart with the steal. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Pistons. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. Malik Beasley out there with Ivy. Then there's Paul Reed. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Waters in at the 3, the small forward. That free throw good from Reed. One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're gonna grind it out.
This team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
Out to Hardaway. And here's Harris from the arc. And it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. And the Pistons lead by 17.
A solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
And it's Detroit's ball. They've got an 8-0 run, and that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Duran's checked in. Cunningham kicks to Hardaway. Pass to Harris. Out to Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. From the high post, here's Cunningham. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. The Heat trail by 17. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Detroit's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Crafty move. Cunningham drives in, and he sinks the layup. Cunningham's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Pass to Duran. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Well, not known for his passing, but Harris is pretty prudent there with the ball. Not a lot of careless turnovers from him.
Burks can't get it to go.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. Out to Thompson. Cunningham looking it over. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Off target with his 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
I think there were some toughness questions around Andrew Wiggins. Not anymore. This guy has become a pretty gritty player.
Cunningham against Wiggins. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Pistons leading by 16. Here's Cunningham. Drains it from 17 feet out. Cunningham's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Detroit.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Cade Cunningham.
He was tough to cover all game long. One of those nights when he felt like nobody can stop him, and they didn't.
Cunningham, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Cunningham's got 36.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
That's good from Cunningham.
You see the raw talent that Kate Cunningham has, and the hard work and the proper focus. This guy is capable of big, big things.
Wiggins from outside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9. 43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Goes up on the wing. Cunningham's shot is off. From the arc. Rebounded by the Pistons. Out to Hardaway. Driving inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Lets it go from the wing. Misses. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back and the beat still best. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
Afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And now the Atlanta Hawks starters. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Karis LeVert is out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risacher in at the 3, the small forward. Outside Johnson, out to the right wing. Pass to Okongwu. Sends it home from three-point land.
Really good passing wing. Risacher isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Wiggins with it. To the right side. To the inside. Oh, deflected. And the ball out of play. The Hawks will have it. Here's Daniels. Pass to LeVert from the arc. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3. It's on Alec Burks. It's his first trip to the line.
And when healthy, LeVert is a problem. A multi-dimensional guard who can score, pass, and rebound at an impressive clip.
And he nails the 3rd. Now here's Wiggins. Tight defense on him. Here's Burks. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Now here's Okongwu. The 3 from Risacher. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And you see how dangerous Risacher can be from deep, especially considering how fast his release is.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Daniels, he drops it from range.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And again, no good by Miami.
Well, I'm surprised that didn't fall for him. We know that's a shot he can hit, and there wasn't much resistance either.
And finished off by Adebayo.
Oh, it's almost scary watching Adebayo throw it down. Incredible natural power.
LeVert outside, all alone, and he hits the jumper. LeVert's got 8.
What a way to begin this game. Dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
And it's Atlanta's ball. They're on a 17-4 run. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
Atlanta leading by 15. Okongwu up top. Pass to LeVert. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Miami. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Inside, here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
And the call will be against Tyler Hero. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And Atlanta with possession here. Here's Risacher. Misses the step-back jumper.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
And the shot's good by Wiggins.
Yeah, from the perimeter, Wiggins can be very, very efficient. You just can't allow him to find those looks.
And here's Okongwu for 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Heat trail by 10. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Pass to Johnson. The 3-ball. The rebound by Wiggins. And Wiggins has got the ball here for the Miami Heat. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
LeVert, a screen on Hero. And miss after miss right now. For Miami, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. 13 feet out. Miami, no good that time either. The Hawks lead by 8. To the paint. Stolen by Burks. It's 2-on-1. And there's Hero on the assist by Burks.
Yeah, and this is how you finish off the fast break. Hero, great at taking initiative in these situations.
Pass to Okongwu. Launches it. Rebound Miami. Ware's got his 5th rebound in this one. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds to the Heat as Miami retains possession. LeVert goes against Burks. Here's Ware.
And on defense, LeVert is so crafty, using his agility and quickness to keep the other man off balance.
Here's Daniels. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for Miami?
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And not only that, you like how they're turning defense into offense, forcing turnovers and capitalizing.
We've got Mitchell. He's out there with Duncan Robinson. Jaime Jaquez out there with Kevin Love. And it's Highsmith in at the power forward position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Mitchell's got 4 points now in the quarter.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today, but you can't make it that obvious.
Pass to Robinson. The 3 is up. And it's Highsmith missing. The Hawks leading.
Heat foul. Davion Mitchell. First personal foul. First team foul.
Starting the 2nd quarter, about a minute gone. Nance outside. Back to Capella on the wing man. Screen by Capella. This one for 3. Well, Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Buries it from 3. Highsmith's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Young. It's stolen. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Here's Jaquez. And it's Niang with the rebound. Love finds Mitchell. Robinson in the post. He's against Capella. And the basket by Highsmith.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pass to Nance. Young against Mitchell. Screen by Capella. A good look from Young. Nails the wide open jumper.
And so shifty with great handles. Young gets the defender to commit, then takes full advantage.
Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, He has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots. Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Right side, Jaquez. Pass to Mitchell. The three. Counted. All three of his attempts have gone in.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Nance with a screen on Mitchell. Young finds Nance. Outside man. Over to the wing. For three. Shot is good by Nance. Nance has got 5 points in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Robinson. Out to the wing. Highsmith passes to Robinson. Now Jaquez. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. And the Heat lead by 5.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Young. Fearless from Young inside.
Yeah, there's Trae Young getting it done inside.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Outside Jaquez. And he's all alone. His man. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
And you can tell they're in sync right now, expertly turning the steal into fast break points.
Pass to Jaquez. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second. The offensive rebound. Man, the pass to Nance. Back to man. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Young from long range. Niang outside. Pass to Young. Niang a screen. And another shot. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. Young's got 6.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. The first one falls. And so he hits both. Young from long range. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
What an ending to the first half. A buzzer-beating 3 to take the lead.
A big-time effort for Trae Young, providing a lot of energy for the Hawks. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More 2K action in just a moment. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Boy, what a great performance by Trae Young.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's a Kongwu in at the 5. Well, a careless foul. That'll send him to the line for 3 free throws. A multiple-time All-Star. What aspect of Adebayo's game stand catches your eye nightly?
Well, Brian, I'd say it's not one thing. He's a very complete player. He can rebound, defend, pass, score. This guy does it all.
And by all accounts, a great teammate as well.
That's exactly right.
What a move by the light-footed rookie. Risache driving in to get a bucket.
Here's Burks into the lane, and it's flushed down. A nice jam. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter.
Here's LeVert. And the layup is good. LeVert's got 10 points.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Here's Burks. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, what for?
And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
Second team foul. Now at the line, it's a player's foul on a made basket as he goes to the free throw line.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
LeVert, that's good.
A real weapon on offense. Once LeVert sees a few go down, you know he's in the zone.
Hero with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. And here's the fast break. The 3 from Rizashea. The shot, no good. Heat trail by 4. On the attack, Hero, and he jams it home with authority.
Yeah, coming in at full speed. Hero was just too quick.
Here's Johnson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one belongs to Wiggins.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating. Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Burks finds Adebayo. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Wiggins outside. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Burks. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. He's 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Free throw good. LeVert, a line change here for Miami. Both shots good from the strike. And there's 1:45 left in the third quarter. Marquez drives in. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell. Marquez has got 7 points.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
Yeah, you can see it in the hustle stats. These guys have come out with a different mindset and seem much more motivated here in the second half.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Miami Heat. Outside Robinson. And they go to the intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Man, he's checked in for the Hawks.
Number 14.
A nice shot by Mitchell. He's got 9.
The shrewd court awareness of Love. Excellent at realizing when his guys are wide open.
And Young draws the double on the wingman. On target from range.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Robinson against Young. Takes a three. It's hauled in by the Heat. Love's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Highsmith. He's guarded by Mann. Right side, Robinson. Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Back to Robinson. Oh, it's stolen. And a fast break now for the Hawks. Young from long range. And it's Young to the rack.
Yeah, often shooting from way beyond the arc, Young easily pops in the short-range 3.
Robinson, a screen on Young. Mitchell, the pass to Robinson. Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Well, it's been an Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And Atlanta with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Tyler Hero is out there with Alec Burks. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Ware in at the 5. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Here's Hero. The shot from the low post is good.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Here's Daniels. Knocks down the triple. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Pass to Okongwu. Fires the 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Miami has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Burks, and a nice finish on the layup. For Atlanta, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Oh, and he got fouled on, and they're not happy with the call here.
First team foul.
Good idea in such a close contest.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Jaquez has checked in for Miami.
Hawks foul. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Takes a step back. Pass to Burks. 6 to shoot. Kicks it to Hero. Hey, he's now 6 for 6. He is cooking right now.
Yeah, busting his way inside. Hero making sure he kept moving toward the hoop.
LeVert. And he's going to the line. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the...
First team foul.
Another look at the monitor.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Eric Spoelstra's huddle. Coach was blunt with his assessment. He said to throw out everything that happened until now. It is a brand new game, and it's only a few minutes. Leave it out on the floor. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. And Alec Burks gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul so far.
First team foul.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And there's a pick. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And Atlanta with possession here. Pass to Rizashea. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Daniels. Out to the right wing. And here's a Kongwu for 3. Drills it from deep.
Even though he's young, Daniels tends to make the right decisions with the ball in his hands.
Adebayo passes to Jaquez. Adebayo, a screen on Johnson. Back to Adebayo. And it's good. 2 points.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
Okongwu with it. Now Wiggins defending. The 3 from Rizashea. And the Hawks with another 3.
Coming down the stretch, they've leaned on the perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Oh, Adebayo's an aggressive player who plays with passion. Have to as an undersized center in this league.
Johnson with a bucket.
Get some style points there. Pretty finish.
Heat trail by 6. Hero left side. Pass to Burks. Picked it out of midair. In transition. Here they come. It's stolen by Jaquez. Here's Wiggins. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Rizashea.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Daniels, that was true. And now a 9-point Atlanta lead.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Wiggins finds Jaquez. Hero for 3. Again, the Heat misses. And there's the call. It's on Bam Adebayo. That'll be a second foul of the game. And the Heat making a change here. Highsmith checked in. Atlanta leading by 9. Daniels passes to LeVert. 4-3. That one's off. 4 for 7 in the game now. Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a 3-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Here's Johnson. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Hawks lead by 8.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Hero for 3. The rebound by the Hawks. And an intentional foul right there.
Third personal foul. Team foul.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one, and that'll put him up by 9.
Would have been nice to drain them all, but he did enough to put this one in the bag.
From behind the arc. Poke loose. Here's Daniels. Oh, the Hawks again cannot hit it. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Reza Shea in at the 3 spot.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Cunningham with the slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
So it's the Hawks now, following the bucket by the Pistons. Reza Shea with it. 6 to shoot. LeVert finds Okongwu. Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Thompson sets the pick for Cunningham. Oh, drew the foul. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
At the line for Detroit, Cunningham.
Original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And what you get in Cade Cunningham is an oversized point guard who really knows how to use his size, see the floor, and initiate offense.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And Frank, credit the Pistons fans for sticking with them after a tough season last year.
Well, Kevin, it's been a couple of rough years in Detroit, and never easy to have your team go through something like that. You know, when you're getting national media attention for not winning games, it's never a good thing. But these fans are loyal, they're hungry, and the future is going to be bright in Detroit, I promise you that.
Cunningham outside. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. LeVert grabs the miss.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Daniels with it, guarded by Harris. And there's Daniels. That's good on the assist by LeVert. Daniels has got 5. Cunningham left side. Hardaway sets a screen for Harris. Cunningham looking it over. Back to Harris. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Elbow shot. And off the front iron, and in it goes. 7 points in the game.
And the confidence growing from this young guard, Cunningham, dropping in the jumper.
Here's Reza Shea, covered by Cunningham, and it's Reza Shea missing. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the games, so they take the lead.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots. Not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
And here's Daniels. He has 5. Here's Johnson. The shot misses. Good D by Thompson. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Here's LeVert following the basket by Cade Cunningham. Not going to go that time. And their offense is really clicking right now.
Playing with a lot of energy and really taking it to the defense. And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Now here's LeVert. Still yet to score.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. Here's Cunningham. Rebound, Atlanta.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the basket by Johnson.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Cunningham with it. He's covered by Daniels. Harris inside. He can't get that one. The Hawks trailing. Here's LeVert. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
And it's clear that LeVert has tons of confidence, especially in his ability to drain jumpers.
Cunningham outside. Detroit, no good that time either.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Johnson against Hardaway. Johnson left side. Rebound, Detroit. Duran's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Cunningham passes to Duran. Back to Cunningham. Nice touch on the bank shot. Cunningham's got 11 points.
You got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for the Detroit Pistons. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
They've got Jaden Ivey, Isaiah Stewart out there with Malik Beasley. Then there's Dennis Schroeder, and it's Reed and at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. And it's Schroeder missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Here's Mann. The basket good off the assist from Young. Mann's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now, here is Young. After the miss from Dennis Schroeder. And the dunk by Capella.
Well, take your choice. You can either foul him or watch him dunk. Well, actually, in this case, you could get both.
Ivy, no one around him. Detroit, no good that time either.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Niang with the ball. Covered by Beasley. Pass to Mann. It's Young on the wing. Screen by Capella. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella. Young's got the lead up to 9 now for the Hawks. To the wing on the left. The shot by Stewart with no one around. And just miss after miss right now. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Young passes to Nance. Here's Niang, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. With the CBA and new broadcasting deals both completed, league talk now turns to expansion. Commissioner Adam Silver says if you're a successful organization, I think it makes sense over time to continue to grow. There's no doubt that there are a lot of great cities we're interested in having in the NBA. Kevin?
You're so right, David. We could lay out 3, 4, 5 cities right now that would beg to have professional basketball.
Used to getting pushed around a little bit, Larry Nance Jr. does a nice job of finding enough room to score.
It will go down, and the Hawks lead is cut back down to 7. The bucket there from Schroeder. Now here's Nance. Nance a screen on Ivy. Young, no good. Pistons shooting 40% from the field. Shoots the 3. Ivy with the bucket. Now just a 4-point Hawks lead.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Young's shot is off. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
Schroeder kicks to Ivy. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
The line for the Hawks. Young. Trae Young. One shot.
Closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Young. He's got 5. Nance sets a screen for Young. Left side, Nance. And it's blocked. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Hawks lead by 2. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports.
31.
Please direct your attention now to center court. And get ready for the fan. They're measuring up the shot. Oh, someone left the window. All right, give it up for our contestants.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Kate Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
On the court for Atlanta, the front court is Rizuche and Johnson. Karis LeVert is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the center, locking down the middle. Pistons shooting at 52% for the field. They're clicking. That gives them the lead. Harris has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball.
This speaks to how confident Tobias Harris is in his offensive game, ready to shoot as soon as that ball reaches him.
LeVert the pass to Okongwu. On the wing, Johnson, defended by Duran. Johnson down low. Duran's on him. Johnson can't get it to go. And when it comes to Jalen Duran, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical and strong and can rebound and gives you a different presence on the inside. Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
The Hawks trail by 3. Daniels kicks to LeVert. He drains the quick shot. LeVert's got 6.
And continuing to impress and taking on more responsibility. LeVert understanding when he should look to score.
Cunningham finds Duran. The kick out to Cunningham. Another 3 for Detroit.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Daniels from outside. It's LeVert on the wing. Off target from outside. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Pistons. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Hardaway, no good. For Atlanta, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Hawks passing it around. They set the pick. LeVert from outside. Rebound, Detroit. On the wing, Thompson. And stolen by Okongwu. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
That one's good. And the Piston lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Okongwu. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Jalen Johnson, first personal foul. First team foul.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's covered by Daniels. Hardaway with a wide-open look. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Atlanta has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Daniels. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Detroit's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Harris finds Hardaway. Back to Harris. Shot clock at 6. Outside Hardaway. Lets it go with the 3. Okongwu grabs the board. Okongwu's now got 5 rebounds tonight. For the lead, here's Daniels, and he uses the glass on the layup. Daniels has got 7 points in the game. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Now, here's Cunningham. 16 points for him. Harris dishes to Cunningham. Harris setting the pick for Cunningham. Tries it from 19. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's now got his 6th rebound on the night. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
Well, we've also seen them being very aggressive down in the paint. All game long, they've been hunting down those inside points.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Man can't hit.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
It's good. And the Pistons lead by 1.
Well, you don't want to body him up. He's just too fast as Schroeder's able to get it done.
Young outside. We've got 13 seconds left in the third. Capella with a screen on Ivy. Here's Young. Drains the 19-footer. 7 points in the game. Third quarter, guys, and this has been a neck-and-neck game.
Both teams getting it done defensively, as evidenced by the 8 lead changes thus far.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Hawks ahead, up one. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Ivy is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Paul Reed. Then there's Isaiah Stewart. And it's Beasley in at the 3. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons. And here's Young after Malik Beasley made that last 3-pointer. And a different look here for the Pistons. Duran, he's checked in for Paul Reed. Tobias Harris comes in for Isaiah Stewart. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Jaden Ivey. And it's Cunningham in for Dennis Schroeder. Now here's LeVert. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Daniels. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And this is what you love about the game. Superb defense, great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
He's a good free throw shooter. Tobias Harris smartly looking to get in there and find some easy points from the line.
That's good from Harris. And Harris drops them both. Hawks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here is Harris. Knocks down the 3-ball.
A solid 3-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
The Hawks leading. Daniels passes to Johnson. Pass to Okongwu. It's stolen by Cunningham. Pass break Detroit. And it's Thompson with the jam.
I think the rim could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the line.
On the wing, Daniels. He's covered by Thompson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Shooting for Atlanta. Taking 2 shots.
To detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. The announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Daniels dishes to Johnson. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And the layup falls. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Beasley. Harris outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Cunningham. Three-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Cunningham against Okongwu. And here's LeVert. Okongwu with a screen on Beasley. LeVert finds Okongwu. And it's Okongwu slamming it down.
And all around threat, LeVert is skilled at sizing up defenses and exploiting them in that pick and roll.
Beasley against LeVert. Pass to Duran. Beasley into the lane. Cunningham inside. LeVert defending. Off on the layup. The Hawks leading by 3. Trying to get open is Johnson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Tricky shot for LeVert. Defense is all over him, but he draws a foul on that attempt.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Cunningham kicks to Beasley. Top of the key, Harris. Cunningham outside. And Cunningham with the slam.
You gotta love what Cade Cunningham as a young star is bringing to this game.
Atlanta's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. LeVert the pass to Daniels. It falls!
That's pretty unselfish there. He sees that there's a better shot on the perimeter and bang, just kicks it out.
Detroit's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. Cunningham dishes it to Beasley. Cunningham a screen on LeVert. Kicks it out to Beasley. Fires for 3. Okongwu grabs the board. So it's the Hawks now. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Rizachet with it. He's against Cunningham. Now Okongwu. Pass to LeVert. Lets it go from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's an 8-point Atlanta lead.
And LeVert is playing with such passion on offense. He's just not afraid to play a big role on that end. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
15 seconds left in the fourth. LeVert screen on Thompson. Daniels from outside sinks the three-pointer. And the Hawks lead by 11. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mid, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back. Like you still let him run, let him eat stone cold killer.
Let off the steam.
Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
All right, now let's check out the starters for the Miami Heat. They've got Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson is out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5. Now here's Adebayo. Adebayo, a screen on Hardaway. Robinson can't hit. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They get it back. For 3, Hardaway. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Pass to Wiggins. Here's Adebayo. Oh, Harris with the block.
A sneaky 6'8". Harris putting his length to use.
Here's Cunningham. And the shot goes in.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Cade Cunningham has faced his share of challenges in his career, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, the injuries, the discouraging losses, but he's remained steadfast through it all. He's a committed and mentally tough player.
Believes in his game and now wants a team around him that can fulfill that need. And the ball out of play. The Pistons will have it.
Well, it shows you how crucial communication is. They clearly weren't on the same page there.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. It's Cunningham with a drive. Hardaway from outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Hero against Cunningham. Hero, the pass to Wiggins. And again, no good by Miami.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
The Heat have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. And no good. The dry spell continues. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. And, Coach, how about the Thompson twins making their impact felt in the 2023 draft?
Yeah, Brian, we've seen twins in the NBA before, albeit not very often. But these two made history that draft day, becoming the first pair of twins to be selected in the top 5 of the same draft.
Miami's gone 0 for 2 from outside. Pass to Ware. Back to Adebayo. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And so the ball out of bounds. Duren touched it last. Here's Adebayo. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And once Bam gets the ball inside, the bucket is almost guaranteed. He's a serious producer in the paint.
Right wing. Robinson against Hardaway. Knocked loose. And the ball out of play. The Heat will have it. And so Hero will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 6-point game. There's the triple. Drains the triple.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I briefly spoke with JB Bickerstaff. I asked him outright if he had a plan for Tyler Hero. Coach let me in on their strategy, saying, quote, "We just have to cause problems for him on defense. Hand in the face, crowd him. Anything to discourage him from taking shots. So he hopes they can keep Tyler quiet by hassling him all night long." Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that. The Pistons lead by 3. And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat stand. That was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Got it. Cunningham's gotten his second bucket.
Tough shot. I mean, Cunningham has great size at his position, which really helps him in the paint.
Hero outside. Pass to Adebayo.
On the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. And here's Cunningham outside. Again, the miss by Cunningham. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes. Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Now here's Cunningham. Stolen by Wiggins. Robinson on the wing, defended by Hardaway. Robinson passes to Hero. Three-pointer. Duncan Robinson, that one's good.
Yeah, a versatile player. Hero is terrific at sensing when his guys are open.
Here's Cunningham. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Cunningham's got 6.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Hero, the pass to Wiggins. Back to Hero, beyond the arc. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
Yeah, and also a great job hustling on turnovers and turning them into points. Defense creating offense so far in this one.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's Paul Reed, then it's Isaiah Stewart, and it's Jenkins in at the small forward. That's the group for Detroit starting the second. And out of bounds, Detroit will have it.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Outside Schroeder. Out to Beasley. Let's go with a 3. Pure from three-point range. Beasley's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Now here's Schroeder. It's Beasley on the wing. It's stolen by Jaquez. Mitchell against Stewart. Outside Love. Pass to Jaquez. From outside the arc. And again, no good by Miami. The Pistons lead by 3. And you think about what Jaquez has done early in his career. It's pretty impressive, Stan.
Well, Brian, people tend to underrate college players who play multiple years. He was basically a finished product before he reached the NBA.
Love, high post, and stolen by Stewart. Beasley, pass to Schroeder. Out to Beasley. And that one drops. Beasley's got 5 points in the quarter.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Jaquez, no good. For Detroit, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Stewart outside. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Fast break. Here we go. Can they get it? Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. And here comes the coach's challenge. He disagrees with the foul. He does not hesitate to ask for a second look. It's a pretty heated game. Every call matters.
So with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Love. No points so far. Jaquez finds Burks. Clock at 6. From deep. Offensive board. Outside Jaquez. There's a screen. Drops in the 3. Jaquez has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Well, Coach, it's been discussed a lot, but the Detroit Pistons set a record in 2023 that no one wants to match.
Well, that's for sure, B.A. No franchise wants to suffer through a 28-game losing streak. They thought that team had potential, but they just never found their footing early on, and then things just snowballed on them.
Here's Mitchell, following the score by Detroit. Anderson for 3. He can't get it to go.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Mitchell, first personal foul. First team foul.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Beasley. Stewart, right side. And there's a 3-second violation.
Miami ball.
Heat trail by 4. Mitchell up top, covered by Schroeder. Mitchell, the pass to Anderson. Outside for Mitchell. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Pistons. Reed's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Beasley. And there's the lob. And he dunks it down.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Now here's Jaquez. The 3. And Reed pulls it down. And here's Detroit. They're on an 11-3 run. Here's Beasley. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed. And now it's an 8-point Pistons lead.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
But you can run your offense through Love, a great playmaker there in the front court.
Here's Schroeder.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And the Heat unveiling the statue of Dwayne Wade, Stan, the face of the franchise forever.
Yeah, Brian, you think of what he meant to this organization, propelling it to its very first championship and then attracting other stars to Miami. He is truly the foundation.
Detroit leading by 7. Beasley for 3. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
With 4 on the clock. Here's Jenkins. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
They already had the momentum going to the break. Now they've got even more of it.
And so it's the Detroit Pistons in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
They're thinking about the shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Oh, it's been quite a game for Malik Beasley.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Bam Adebayo. Then it's Duncan Robinson. Then there's Tyler Hero. And it's Ware in at the center position, filling out the middle. Here's Ware. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the middle. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, stolen by Harris. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Here's the 3. Rebound Miami. Adebayo with it. Picked up by Cunningham. A good look from Wiggins. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Wiggins got his second basket of the game. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly, Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Now here's Robinson. Out of bounds. It'll be Pistons ball. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. This is the most they've led, 13 points. And he gets that one.
And I love the energy from Cunningham inside, pushing to get the bucket.
And make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking are crucial to the offense. Coach trusts him to make the right reads and set up his teammates. He has cut down on mistakes and is rounding into an elite point guard.
Now here's Cunningham. Hardaway from outside. Fires in the triple. Hardaway's got 6 points.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Adebayo, that's good.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
And here's Cunningham outside. And the Pistons, another three.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope.
Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. And the Pistons lead by 18.
Kick to the outside, heads-up play, cognizant of the entire floor.
Pass to Adebayo. Hero against Cunningham. For three, Robinson. Duren with the rebound. Duren's got 5 rebounds in the game. For three, Hardaway. No good. A minute 31 left in the third quarter. Detroit leading by 18. Cunningham finds Duren. Back to Cunningham. Thompson outside. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Heat have gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Adebayo, the open look. And again, no good by Miami.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Now Cunningham. 14 points for him. Five to shoot. A shot from the high post. And that one hits the back iron.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Hero outside. 4-3. And the three-pointer goes. Hero's got 9.
Smooth shot by Hero. Notice how he doesn't rush himself.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson's shot is off. Heat trail by 15. Robinson on the wing, defended by Hardaway. And counted from 12 feet. Robinson's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Oh, what a crafty move, causing the defender to pause right there.
Cunningham, left side, shoots over Hero. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's Cade Cunningham making things happen for... And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Yeah, and if you have both guards dishing like that and putting up points, wow, a coach's dream.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Thompson and Harris are the 3 and the 4. Cade Cunningham out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Duren in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Hero for 3. Outside Robinson for 3. Yes! And it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Adebayo's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Cunningham. Counted. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Yeah, what a massive showing from Cade Cunningham. It's been really a treat to watch.
Steps back. Here's Wiggins. And there's another one for the Heat.
Even if they saw the step back coming, the defense didn't offer much resistance.
The fader. The rebound by Wiggins.
And the defense gave him no space. He had to fade back. That's not an easy look for most guys.
And making the extra pass. Wiggins' teammates appreciate his willingness to get it to them when they're uncovered.
Hardaway from outside hits a three-pointer.
The defense was just nowhere to be found. And because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Cade on the move. Ooh, pops the J after a cagey pass fake. And the Pistons lead by 13. Here's Hero. The rebound by Detroit. Duren's got 8 rebounds in the game. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. They led by as many as 18. Pass to Hardaway. Duren with a screen on Adebayo. For 3, Hardaway. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Adebayo from long range. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Harris. The rebound by Wiggins.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Detroit leading by 13. Kicks it out to Hardaway. From downtown, Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Hero for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Put Hero anywhere on the arc, and he'll shoot it. I mean, he is so confident.
Here's Cunningham. Down low, Cunningham.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Here's Ware. Good D by Duren. For Detroit, they've gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this 4th quarter. Thompson outside. There's the 3. That's good from Hardaway on the assist by Thompson. Hardaway's got 9 points here in the second half. Hero with it. Picked up by Cunningham. Here's Ware. And again, it's Miami from deep.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And you can't let Harris get this close to the basket. When you do, this is what happens.
Miami. First personal foul. First team foul.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup. Make sure you get a good shot.
Really left him alone that time. And the Pistons lead by 17.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Pistons.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Cade Cunningham.
He ran things with precision, great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
For 3, Hardaway knocks down the long J.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Yep, that one's good. 29 seconds left in the 4th quarter. For three, Hardaway. And Detroit another three.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on it.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
So we see the Pistons taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One